So I wrote an email to the National Police Chiefs Council on the request of one of you guys who sent me an email regarding the speed restrictions for a motor caravan that's been converted from a normal van. I'm going to read you the email, but unfortunately they haven't responded just yet, even though I sent this on the 3rd of October. I will follow up, and hopefully when they give me a follow-up response, I will come back and do another video. But in the meantime, I thought I would tell you exactly what it was that I asked the press office. So welcome back, but if you're new to me, I'm a barrister who helps you understand law. In this video, a very interesting question about the speed restrictions for a motor caravan that's been converted from an ordinary van. So my message reads as follows. Dear team, further to our call, because I did call them, there appears to be a little confusion over the speed restrictions for a converted camper van that I feel should be addressed to the public. I run a popular YouTube channel with around 240,000 subscribers. I've got another 5,000 subscribers now, and I'm planning a video on it. I'd be grateful for your views, which they haven't yet provided me. The issue: a van has a lower speed restriction than a motorhome or motor caravan, which is in reference 1. I'll put these links in the description below as well. When people convert a van to a motor caravan, they naturally want to benefit from the less restrictive speed limits. However, many people appear to be relying on the constructed or adapted definition of a motor caravan in reference 2, which I'll also put in the description below, and asserting that the DVLA V5 classification has no bearing on the speed restrictions, which the DVLA website itself also appears to suggest. This is in reference 3, paragraph 2, also linked below. Upon police stopping a speeding converted vehicle and checking the DVLA records, it may return a van rather than a motor caravan if it's not been reclassified to DVLA requirements, resulting in a disagreement. I see the logic in the common belief, but as a lawyer, my view is that the vehicle should meet the DVLA requirements and be reclassified for the speed restrictions to change. I would be grateful for your views on this. So, in a nutshell, what I'm saying is, when a van has been converted into a motor caravan, it ought to really benefit from the less restrictive speed restrictions because it's no longer a van, it's a motor caravan. It's been converted. The argument behind this is obviously that a van would ordinarily be carrying a payload and essentially just stuff in the back that might fly around on a collision, making it more dangerous. Hence the speed restrictions for a lower speed limit. However, a motor caravan is not the same as a van. It's used for different purposes. It will have a different payload. It will be different in nature in every sense than a van that it once was before being converted. However, the DVLA website quite clearly states that the body type does not affect the insurance category of the vehicle or have any effect on speed limits or other legislative requirements. It is only used for establishing vehicle appearance and identification. In other words, the official classification of the vehicle is only for police, presumably, and other forces to identify the vehicle when they run it through a check or when it's involved in a collision and they want to return the correct vehicle, to identify the keeper of the vehicle, the driver of the vehicle, and so on. However, it goes on to say, it is important to remember that even if the vehicle's body type is not changed to motor caravan, the vehicle can still be used for this purpose as long as the keeper is satisfied the converted vehicle meets the required internal features for motor caravans. The DVLA is responsible for making sure the vehicle record is accurate, and so on and so forth. After all, when we look up the definition of a motor caravan, it states in the regulations that it means a motor vehicle which is constructed or adapted for the carriage of passengers and their effects, and which contains, as permanently installed equipment, the facilities which are reasonably necessary for enabling the vehicle to provide mobile living accommodation for its users. So why is this a problem in the first place? Well, it's a problem because lots of people have reported to me that they are having trouble reclassifying their vehicle, having converted it into a motor caravan or motor home. Thus, they are worried that they might not be benefiting from the less restrictive speed requirements, which a motor caravan would attract as opposed to a van, but which the regulations and the DVLA website both suggest they will benefit from regardless of the reclassification of the vehicle. So why did I say, as a lawyer, I think it should be the classification by the DVLA? Well, simply put, I think things should be done properly. And they should reclassify the vehicle, it should be on the record, and if you want to benefit from the lower speed restrictions, it should be on the record, it should be open and transparent to the police and anyone else that checks the vehicle, and therefore everybody knows what the vehicle is, what the speed restrictions are, and so on. At the moment, it's a bit of a lacuna, a gap, if you will, in the sense that it can be a vehicle still classified as a van, as far as DVLA is concerned, but so long as you, the user, are concerned that there are permanent installations that make it a motor caravan, you benefit from the less restrictive speed restrictions. I hope that makes sense. That is the discussion. That's the problem at hand. I have emailed the press office. They haven't replied as yet. I might send it to the DVLA, get an official response from them. But as it is, that's where we are. That's the question I've asked. That's what I would like to be addressed. I would like it to be clear for everybody concerned. So I will update you as and when and if they respond to me. And so in the meantime, I'd be really grateful if you hit that like button and subscribe and share this with someone that I know you might well be interested in. So with that, I thank you for watching.